I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
That's Booby.
And Colby and Chip.
And we're late. We're late. But
very important date.
It is what it is. This is so the big homie Jay. What's good, Jay?
Yep.
This is Mr. Bungle. My ass is on fire. That should be very, very interesting. Mr. Bungle is somebody that Monkey from Korn lists as one of his inspirations.
Oh, really?
So this should be very, very interesting.
Huh.
We've got a $75 partner tier on Patreon where you can get a local band reviewed. Some people use that to get their favorite song reviewed. Although Jay's a friend of the channel, he's one of the OGs. Shout out to the big homie. Mm-hmm. I think we're gonna see him later today. I think he's one of the Bible batch. We'll see. For timely topical political commentary.
That was Sunday.
For timely topical political commentary, and if you want to get pissed off at Vincent, you can go to Middle America with Vin and Sori. Mm-hmm. There's enough there to piss everybody off and disillusion everybody and make everybody mad at me. What do you mean open borders? So go there. Okay, Mr. Bungle, I'm actually very interested to hear this song because of Korn. Let's do it.
I'm worried. Go.
Excuse me, I am lost. Please.
What? Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, you have to know, depending on my mood, depends on if I like or don't like that level of chaos. So at first, I was like, stop doing that in my head when he was
Why?
like throwing himself. I would be so annoyed if I was the guy on the drums and I was trying to do that and then somebody just friggin' threw their entire body onto my drum set. That would be very annoying.
Well, he gave him the finger in the video.
I didn't see that. What? That's his response to him wrecking the drum set?
I mean, what can you do? What else can you...
Oh, I know, but it would just be like, I'd be like,
Yeah, I mean, he gave him... The poor guy got the finger. Good lord.
which one of our kids could function in that role very well? To throw themselves onto the drum set.
Oh, Johan.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of a big Johan doing something like that. I was like, oh my gosh. So the guy just kept doing that.
Those cymbals.
I know, I'm like, you
One
probably...
time,
It didn't look like it was slow.
Lars and James Hetfield from Metallica got in a fight, and he threw the cymbals at him, split his head open.
Ew.
Yeah, true story. Hetfield did that to Lars, is what I'm saying.
I can see that split
So-
his head open.
Yeah, like that's like people get hurt doing that shit. But yeah, I get it.
And then there was like, did you see partway through the video, the guy was crashing the chair, and he must have hit something because somebody went over there with a quickness to fix it. I'm like, that's me. I'm the person that has to run to fix it. I want to be the person that's breaking the chair.
These guys, to me, are kind of like, not totally, but in the same category as Zappa. Meaning, to me, I could see the talent.
Yeah, but they were just...
But this song was like completely, like all over the place.
I don't even know what we were singing about. But I thought it was
weren't-
funny at the end when he was saying redundant over and over and making it redundant.
Right. Yeah, like they're really, really, really good. And I definitely see the influence of Korn, like the dreads. This is 91. This is before Korn really came out. The dreads, even some of the mannerisms on the stage.
Some of the way that they play. Yeah, some of the way that they played.
Yeah.
I think they even did something, or maybe I just couldn't understand them, but it sounded like they did some of that gibberish talk in there too.
Yeah, I mean, some of the nonsensical stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's weird, like, you had, the glam metal phase, and then you had the grunge phase, and then, nu metal took over after grunge. And this was kind of like part of the seeds of it. Korn gets attributed with, creating that whole genre. And I definitely see a difference between Korn and this band. Mm-hmm. But I also definitely see the continuity. These guys, I thought that it was just going to be a mess of noise. But these guys are, I don't know, these guys are really... and even Slipknot to some degree, you can see some of the stage,
oh yeah,
showing up in the jumpsuits, the clown stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, none of that stuff is like, Kiss was dressing up and stuff like that, but these guys are a lot closer to Slipknot aesthetically speaking than
yeah, I would agree.
Than Kiss would be.
Yeah.
But anyway,
because Kiss kind of had like the clean look.
right.
But then these
it was
people
still kind of
like
glammy.
Crazy
Right.
look, yeah.
Right. It was still kind of glammy, whereas Slipknot, they look like they escaped from an insane asylum or something.
Yeah.
Like
Kiss, I feel like if you saw them, you'd be like, oh, okay, these are people that are rock stars. The other ones, you're like, is this a crazy person? Like, am I gonna get killed right now?
Right. I'm glad that, this video, I hope this video doesn't get blocked. Cause
I know.
Like it's probably an official video.
It's funny too because Jay was like basically saying the video's kind of like crap, but like.
Well, I like it.
Yeah, and I'm sure that, see, it isn't the best quality, but it's still watchable and it doesn't have an effect on the music, which he was completely correct. But I definitely thought the video went, but what did you think about this part? Right now, everyone who went to high school with is dead. I was like, well, that makes no matter to me. I was homeschooled, so.
Well, that would mean that your brother and sister are dead.
No, because they weren't in high school with me.
Where was your sister?
She was graduated. No, she wasn't graduated.
You guys were like a year apart.
Yeah, but we weren't in the same class. Like, I was thinking that meant your class. Great. I just made homeschooling look really bad.
Yes, you did.
Okay, moving along. When he jumps into the crowd like that, I can't believe nobody's arms get broken. He was a rather large fellow.
Yeah.
It wasn't like...
Yeah. Well, I'm sure...
It wasn't like Jonathan Davis jumping in there.
Slipknot have broken tons of bones. Remember that video I showed you where
gosh.
He broke his ankle and he played the rest of the show. Yeah. So I'm sure these guys have done horrible things to themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, we've been to the shows. Like once the adrenaline starts pumping, like you know.
Yeah, but I would like. I guess it probably isn't something that would be very likely, but I would worry that like somebody from the crowd would try to sue me. Like, you know when they throw the...
It's true.
When they throw the drumsticks out into the crowd? I'm
yeah.
like, what if somebody gets their eye poked or somebody gets hit in the head or somebody...
I know.
You know, like, are they going to be like, yes, this wound is from my favorite band?
Well,
or are they going to be like, now I'm going to sue you?
Somebody messaged me and said they were at the Behemoth show that we went to and they... Nergal spit blood in their face. And he was like...
So
he basically said that's an honor reserved only for the hardest headbanger.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'm like, note, never headbang too hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would gross me right out.
So, you know, I don't know, I don't know, you know, what the line is. Maybe somebody has eventually sued, but I think your fan base becomes, like, especially if you're in the front row. Like, because you know how, I mean, you haven't experienced it because you keep getting passes, but it's extremely difficult to be the front row person. Like, you have to come to the show
you gotta
earlier.
Be serious.
You got to come to the show earlier than everybody else. So they're the most your most diehard fans are usually in the front row. At least the way that I measure diehard, because you have to wait the longest to get into the show. Like there are people that like when we're at the Static X show, there were people that were coming like it's when Static X showed up. You know what I mean? Like the later and later the day got, the more and more people started showing up.
Right.
Well, those people are not going to be in the front.
Right.
The people who are going to be in the front are the people that, you know, wake up early. And so my point is like they're a lot less likely to sue you.
Right, because they're diehard fans.
Because they're diehard fans. And there's probably another thing is probably like when you purchase the ticket, there's probably some, if you purchase this ticket, you agree to not hold us liable for blah, 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 blah. You know the fine print that you see? So you probably already signed some waiver by buying the ticket in the first place.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's what I would do.
Yeah, I would do something like that too, because...
So, but yeah, I mean...
I was like, I wonder what people do with all this stuff, like, because the last show, like, they were peeling even the... I mean, in my opinion, it was just trash. It was just...
The set list.
Yeah. Or like some paper with tape on it, and they peeled it up and threw that into the crowd.
That was a set list.
Acting, you know, like it was gold.
That was a set list, and I
can kind of see how people would actually.
Yeah, but that's more of a traditional thing because now everybody has like.
They had that giant iPad.
They had like a giant iPad up there. I wish I could find the picture, but I took a picture of it. There's a giant iPad, and it tells you what key to sing in and everything. It was like loser C, so it was like playing in C. And like, so they had everything there, they had the lyrics and everything. Now keep in mind, the guy, it was for Static X. The guy that, it wasn't Wayne Static, it was the other guy's secret identity we can't reveal, but, so he wasn't familiar with the band.
We can't reveal? Do we know?
Yeah, I know who he is.
You do?
Yeah, we talked about it at the show.
Well.
We'll talk about it off camera.
Yeah.
But.
I've been very curious since we were at the show, I missed that part.
Oh, that's when you were actually going to get that beer, so you didn't hear the conversation. But the guys next to, remember that couple that we're talking to? Yeah. I said, I'm going to do a certain thing, you know, like when it's quiet.
Did you do it?
I did it, and it worked. So I'm like, oh, it's you son of a bitch.
I heard you say what you were going to do.
Yeah.
But I didn't know, I must have been taking pictures when you did it. I must have been up in the front, so I didn't.
Yeah. So, you know, like, so he had, you know, they didn't really need their set list, you know, because usually you put that on the ground so you know what to play next, but they had it all digital. But like I said, I've never seen that before for a set list, so I don't know if that's everybody or if they just did that for that guy because he was filling in for Wayne, you know what I mean? Who knows?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, but anyway, the Mr. Bungle, this was really, really good. You know, sonically speaking, lyrically, it's kind of like, you know, I'm always trying to find some sort of like telos, like how does everything connect? But impotence, boomerang, I'll stab you, clumps of hair in the sink. Who's hiding things from me? You knew all along, but you wouldn't tell me. Well, look at you now. It's not funny. My ass is on fire, paraplegic, inhuman liar. Carve a smile on your face, everything's great. Suffocate, it's beyond my control. Boo! Redundant, boring.
Coming.
I love stuff like this that gets in like the meta-narrative stuff.
Yeah.
Boo! Redundant, boring. We've heard it all before. It looks like maybe the guy's cheating on the girl, clumps of hair in the sink, who's hiding things from me, and then maybe he got an STD. That's why he's on fire. You knew all along, but you wouldn't tell me. Well, look at you now. Maybe the guy's saying, you knew I was cheating on you the whole time. And now, you've got an STD.
I've just heard that type of, the title used for a certain sexual...
Unbelievable. Well, I mean, if you'd like to explicate that for the group, go right ahead, Missy. I'm just going to try to move on. Inshallah. Inshallah.
I can say it.
Go for it.
It's gross, but, like, it was many years ago, and somebody was talking about... No, I don't know if you can say this. We'll probably get our... It was like... Well, it was anal with two men, and they called that his bungle. And then there's also some Mr. Bungle with my ass on fire, so I don't know if it has anything to do with that, or if that was just, yeah. And then there was the guy like soaking in the tub at the beginning, so it kind of fit that. I feel really weird, weird saying all this. Anyway, yeah.
What do you give the song?
I don't know.
It's a 9.2 for me.
It was like kind of all over the place for me because I was like so annoyed with them breaking everything and throwing himself onto the guy's thing. I wanted some order, but then all of a sudden I was
really?
like,
Really? That bothered you?
It was really, really, really bugging me at first.
That's interesting.
It's not surprising at all to me. I think there's been a lot going on around our house with our kids and everything. Like, there's been a lot of action here for a couple days. So I think I'm just like, can we just like, I'm going to buy myself that little game where all the pieces fit in each a spot. So yeah, but then I was like, no, if I just like enjoy, and then I did. And then I was enjoying them kind of like going crazy all over the place. But anyway. So I guess it's very hard for me to rate because I was like so irritated at first, and then I was like, okay. But then I actually started laughing when he was doing the redundant part. So I think I'm going to go with an 8.7.
This is a 9 for me because I could see that they're talented, and I could see how they influenced everybody. And you know, it's kind of like like I said, it's kind of like a Frank Zappa thing where it's like, you know, they're not trying to, I mean, they're still saying something significant, but at the same time, they're not taking themselves very seriously, especially toward the end. Boo, redundant, boring, which is my favorite part. And I like that. The conundrum that I get into is that when I hear somebody that talented, like, I want to see, like, okay, what happens with their mega serious throughout the song?
Yeah.
So... Still haven't necessarily seen that yet, so
yeah.
We'll see. Good song though. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone.